You see it, you wouldn't understand. Boom, bop, bam, the way you see it. Okay, we go here. Now watch this. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Now we first go to YouTube. YouTube, not YouTube Studio. YouTube. Negotiating a car. YouTube Studio. We misspelled that. That's fine. Boom, bop, bam. The way you see it, you wouldn't understand. Boom, bop, bam. The way you see it, you wouldn't understand.
Don't look now, but that guy's trying to buy the same car as you.
Well, he makes me really uncomfortable. So.
Yeah.
Whoops, nope, that's not what I want. Nope, I don't. Nope, stop. Okay, we are getting all of the chats pulled up. So everybody can just hold their horses. We're getting a chat system pulled up. Boom, bop, bam. The way you see it, you wouldn't understand. Okay, now we go social stream. And we go through here. Okay, so then we go here. Boom, boom, boom. Hi, what up, guys? How is it going, everybody? We are getting chat loaded. Oh, geez, you guys don't need chat in the middle of my face. 1 second. You guys do not need that. Boom, we fixed that. Okay, look at this. We did it. We did it, y'all. We did it. Hooray. Now we did it. Okay, guys, how is everybody doing? I got to move a whole bunch of things over, but that's fine. Let's move my CRM over. Let's move open phone over. Let's close out of 98 messages. Boom, boom, boom. Good morning. I heard you're cool. Thanks. Appreciate it. I heard I was cool too. What's your thoughts on the Civic Type R in North Carolina? You can get that at MSRP. At MSRP, especially in North Carolina. Born and raised. Boom, 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 boom. Sorry, guys, we're closing out of 1 million tabs. And I'm just cleaning my screen off. How is everybody doing today? I will have to look at this. I will look after the stream. How busy is January for you? It's been pretty busy. It's been good. We took a little bit of a vacay. Hey, you know. I want to clear. I've decided that I'm going to do this. I want to clear this screen so you guys cannot see my messiness. We'll move that all over here. Not my problem right now. Boom. Okay, we did it. We done. How is everybody doing today? We are trying a new thing on the stream, so if everything breaks, we blame Joe. We've gotten back from vacation. I'm feeling much better. I feel much more alive. I feel more energized, which for you guys means better negotiations. That's a win. Like, that's what you guys want, right? You guys want better negotiations. I like your car buying antics, Moxie. Thank you so much. Porsche Cayenne, great car. So guys, I want to do a little bit of a stream. Why is my salesman not responding quickly to my emails? Is this a tactic? Probably they're just busy, or they're not working, or they're lazy. It's one of those three. You can decide. Is the Volvo XC90 good? Yeah. Type 1 in chat if you're feeling good today. Type 1 in chat if you're feeling good today. Is there any validity to Ram putting massive discounts on their light-duty trucks? Yeah, I think so. Wow, look at all the ones. We got 4 ones and a smiley face. Toyota Tacoma is 2024. Good truck. Okay, someone asked a good question. So Tommy, maybe you've already talked about this before, but I'm curious how you came up with $1,000 fee. Why not $1,025 and $999? Just asking. So we've had actually a lot of talk about our fee a little bit here, because there's some people that are doing what we do that have kind of started up, and like the first thing when anybody is trying to undercut the market is they just start a similar business and they charge less, and it's like, oh, well, now that you're charging less, that means we should charge less. So what we did is we really like Car Edge is the only person that I believe that was before us that was anything popular. We offer a slightly different product than Car Edge. No offense to them, but we believe our product is different. But the $1,000 service was because we did this for 6 months for free. And when we did this for free, our only requirement for people is they did a survey completely, not with me, but with somebody third party. And they would tell them about their experience. It'd be about an hour long. And one of the questions we asked in the survey is, what would you pay for this service? And surprisingly, the average person said anywhere between $2,000 to $3,000. That is what the average person said. Now, some people said $400 or $500, but more people are not, which is why we actually came up with the $2,500 service. We then realized that the amount of work we were putting in wasn't worth $2,500 and wasn't attainable for the average consumer, even though once they've gone through the process, they saw that much value in it. So we ended up coming up with $1,000. We felt like that was more than fair. In reality, in our time, we spend about 4 to 5 hours of work into a deal, which is about $200 an hour is what you're paying the company, which does equate to us to be fair for what we're doing in our work set. There are people that do it less. One thing I'll tell you guys right off the bat, I've never promised to be the cheapest service. I do promise to be the best. I will tell you, we have a customer profile page that our clients get, that will walk them through their negotiations, and including every deal we've worked with. You get to watch some of these negotiations live. So you get to see, it doesn't matter what other service you're doing, you don't know how those people negotiate. You don't, in reality, like talking about competition, no offense, like I'm not saying that they need to start doing this, but Billy, Kate, Car Edge, like shoot, I forgot her name. I'm so totally blanking and she's awesome. CJ, like you don't know how they negotiate. You know how they give advice, but they don't know how they negotiate. So like that's one of the things that we do. We show all of our information out there, so you can be like, oh, that's worth $1,000, or no, it's not. Also, when it comes down to it, the beautiful thing about like anytime you price something to the market, is the audience will decide if that's worth it. Like somebody that comes in and says that's too cheap or that's too expensive. In reality, it's, do we have paying clients? Do we have a line? Is there an issue there? And there hasn't been. John C said, these guys are the real deal. Thanks for saving me time, money, and anxiety on my new wife mobile. RAV4 Limited. Great experience. 6 stars. Congratulations. Everybody say congratulations to John for getting a great vehicle, great deal. Call it a day. If you can't buy a vehicle, so if you can't buy a vehicle in 2025 and pay somebody $1,000 to negotiate for you, that's very sad. Like, let me, and this is like one of the most common misconceptions for people. And I want to talk about this comment, which basically says if you pay somebody any amount of money to negotiate a car deal in 2025, you're crazy. First off, 80% of people report that they don't like buying a car. So like that's the majority of people. And really the only people I ever hear say this are people that work in the industry that are just ignorant to the fact that plenty of dealerships make it difficult. I'm not even saying that your dealership makes it difficult, but plenty of dealerships do. So if dealerships were super easy to work with every single time, my service wouldn't be needed. Nobody would pay me, because just like of course my brothers call me right now as I go stream and as I go live. Like if I made a service saying that I was going to charge $1,000 to, I don't know, wake you up every morning, and I would knock on your door and wait, or I'd make a phone call to wake you up every morning, and I'd charge $1,000 to do that. Nobody would pay for that service. People are like, that's absurd. I have an alarm clock. I can figure this out. But for this service, people are paying because it's a valuable service to people. But more people than not value their time more than they do their money. And the reason why I give this comment so much attention is I was that way once. And I'll use a really big example. As I was building my business, I refused to hire an assistant. I said, I can do it all. I can do it all. I can figure it out. I'll do it all. I can figure it out. And then after a while, I started getting so overwhelmed that I hired an assistant. It changed my life forever, because now I can focus on things that are important and have somebody maximize my time in any other way. Jay Correa says it's easy. Consumers are dumb, hence why they're willing to pay $1,000 for the service. So first off, I imagine you work in car sales. I imagine off top of the bat. But when it comes down to it, I've never once said that I have a magic wand or a secret sauce that saves you thousands of dollars more than you can do on your own. It's not that people can't do it. And I think that's where dealerships fail to understand that. Consumers, it's not that they can't do it, it's that they don't want to do it. And if somebody says, hey, pay me $1,000 and I'll do something you don't want to do, and I'm going to recoup the entire cost of the service in savings, and in reality, they say, you know what, this guy's pretty good at what he does. He'll probably save me more than I would save on my own. It's a win-win-win for consumers. So they don't get to do that. They don't have to worry about it. They don't have to think about it. And all they do is sit back and relax. And this is becoming a more and more popular service. You need assistance for sure. Coordinate shipping. Yes, absolutely. And our new assistant's amazing. She's great. Yeah, people don't like buying cars. And I think that's where this is the problem with dealerships. Like dealerships are live in their own world. A lot of them do. Not all of them. Some of them are self-understanding. But a lot of them are living in their own reality that they believe that buying a car is easy because they're in it. But they don't put themselves in the perspective of their customer. If 80% of people say they do not like buying a car, that is a concern. Even if that number was 50%, let me be real, that's a concern. And you should be looking inward, and your business model, I'm sorry, when you talk about when dealerships have meetings, they don't have meetings saying, how do I make car buying easier? Like, how do I make my consumer's life easier? That is not how a sales meeting goes. It's how do we close more cars? How do we sell more vehicles? How do we make the most amount of money? And the verbiage in dealerships just have to change. And not every dealership's like that. But you can easily watch a 5-minute video on YouTube or TikTok and learn how to buy a vehicle. It's not that hard. So first off, if it took 5 minutes of research in order to buy a vehicle, again, we're not talking about how easy it is. It's that people don't want to do it. You can watch a 5-minute video on how to negotiate a car deal, but that doesn't mean it's going to be like, I can watch a 5-minute video on how to mow my grass, right? Like, it's not hard. I start the lawnmower, I push the thing, I call it a day. The learning the task is not the part that is more difficult. The part is actually doing it, calling multiple dealerships, going back and forth, being treated the way we are, having these conversations is crazy. Do people negotiate items at Walmart too? Not at all, because Walmart didn't create a negotiable model. But Walmart consistently gives discounts. What if car salesmen got rid of car salesmen? Would it make it easier? No. Prices would go up in cars. Dealerships are needed, but dealerships need to understand that their consumer is the most important person in the world. And they have to, they need to start working on making their life easier. Call it a day. I've been streaming for a while, and that's it. Do you have concerns that at all in the future? I don't have concerns in the future now. I mean, I do in some regards. I mean, like, I'm focused on a business. Everything on Google is free 99. Sure, but there is so much, like let me be real. There is so much information online to the point that sometimes there's too much information. Like, and I'm going to give you an example. And again, you can follow who you want, but if you go to CarEdge will tell you one of the best negotiations tools is to ask for floor plan assistance. I would argue if you go to a dealership and say, hey, I want floor plan assistance, you'll get laughed at. So like CarEdge is a highly regarded source. We disagree on that opinion. You could watch 2 different videos, one from me, one from CarEdge, and you would get completely different methods. One may work, one might not work, one might not fit your style, one will. I mean, I'm sorry, but it's disingenuous to say that this is such an easy process, everybody can do it. Because if you just watch my videos, you see some of the conversations I have. Like, these aren't fake conversations. They called my husband, he wasn't with me or involved to convince him to buy. That's sad. Yeah, and then, there's a sexist part to it as well. I know people, it's actually crazy. It's one of those ones where I'm still blown away. I put out a video yesterday on not only TikTok, but YouTube. And when a BDC, the reason why I was so frustrated with this, and I'll take my own frustrations out with this, but I talk to salespeople in BDC all day. 80% of them are just really bad at their job. 80% of them are really, really bad at their job. So when I have somebody that actually does their job in an effective manner, and the first thing somebody's doing is throwing them under the bus, it's so offensive because they are actually doing their job and making the consumer's life easier. They might not make your life easier, but the consumers see it that way, and that's what matters, is making sure the consumer's life. So when it came down to that, this guy threw his BDC under the bus. And it would have been different if the guy was like, you know what? Like, if this guy, I promise you, if this guy would have said, you know what? That was kind of a rude thing for me to do. I don't know why I did it. I'm just having a bad day. I'm sorry. I'll apologize to her later, but let's move on. Let's get you a car deal. That would be different. But the answer to the guy's response was, yeah, but she's really not good at her job. Like, he just tried to justify it from somebody who's trying to spend money in his establishment. Trying to save money. And then he kept going every time. Be like, maybe you should go apologize to her. Nah, call it a day. And there's like a lot of people called me a Karen for doing that, but I'm gonna defend a random employee. That's what I'm gonna try to do. We're talking about Princess, yeah. I'm like, it's just not a good thing to do. Which I do think is funny because I had Goat call me out, which go to me are fine now, for not training salespeople. Yeah, but wise guy, go look at the comments on that page. That comment section is riddled with people calling me a Karen, saying that I shouldn't complain about other people. It's not my job. Even on TikTok, it's the same way. Like, you were ridiculous. You kept bringing it up. It's just like there's no winning and losing. A BDC is a business development center. It's the people who normally answer the phones at a lot of bigger dealerships. Yeah. Yeah, and then people were also mad that I told his boss, like I shouldn't have told his boss. If I wanted to use your service to purchase multiple vehicles, would it cost $1,000 per car? Yes, because they're all different. She was not fired. If she was fired, that'd be the most insane thing in the world, because she was the only one that did something great in that process. Could you compare hiring a real estate agent to help? Yeah, it's the same, very, very similar concept. I'm like a real estate agent in the car market. That's how we used to describe the service quite a bit. Yap, make phones. Don't worry, we'll make calls. Where will you be if TikTok's banned? I don't think it's going to get banned. I just don't. So, but I'm on YouTube. I'm on the big red button. That's where we're streaming on as well. The big red button can say hi. Understanding what I ask. Yeah. Oh, and then the other big thing is that I'm super condescending. And maybe that's just my personality. I don't know. I just don't take people that know me, I just don't take BS. Like, when somebody is lying to me and I know somebody's lying to me, I just don't take it. Like, and I think if you guys watch the calls long enough, you guys know that, like, when somebody answers the phone, I'm just like, well, are you going to hurry up and help me out? Like, I'm super nice until they start lying. And the second they start lying is when I'm just like, okay, I'm done with that. Like, he's a car salesman. People. We're all condescending. Right. And part of it is just how you speak to car salespeople. I mean, not the condescending, but like, you need to be very direct to the point. You need them to understand. That's what it is. Real estate agents are licensed, but getting the license is stupid easy. Real estate agents are licensed because they help you handle legal paperwork. Like, that's, people don't understand. Like, if a real estate agent's job was just to show you the house, and say, oh, here's the house, and then negotiate the price of the house, and then all of the legal paperwork got pushed to the side, and somebody else had to go through all of these things, then this would not be as important for licensing. But because the realtor is involved in the legal paperwork, that is why that happens. Let's not talk about the Steelers. Is it okay to go on a test drive knowing you're not going to buy a car from the dealership? Yeah. Just like it's okay to buy a car from a dealership and not go on a test drive with them. What's your core issues with the way Chefska's do business? Why the beef? No, there's no beef. Like I said, I just say that they give different advice. And I've told Zach this, and I've had conversations. I think floor plan assistance is bad advice. I do. And I was just using that as an example. They have some good advice on there. They have a podcast they do. 2 cents is good. I do think how they run, part of the reason I ran the business model is I just don't think it's I think there's more effective ways to do that. As a car salesman, I don't see the hate for you. I don't know. And I will tell you that most people that end up hating me will watch me for a little bit and once they start watching me for a little bit, they end up converting. And a premium example and is Abe. Like me and Abe have had two like really long conversations, and like they've been relatively positive. Like we talked about why we said what we said to each other. He is different than what he is, and I really did mean that. He is different than what they are. Um, and the reasons why he did what he did, he felt justified. And but I mean, he's talked to me, and I imagine if you asked Dave at this point, like, is Tommy a horrible person? He'd probably say no. Like, are we best friends? No, but like we understand where we came from. And that was part of the reason why I want to have many conversations with Abe and Goat, is I want to understand why somebody would attack me the way they did. What did I do to do that? Because I do really care about, like, my goal is to reinvent this industry. And a lot of people say that I'm crazy. When I say I want to reinvent the way we buy cars, people say, everybody's tried this before. You're not going to be successful. But like, that's the whole idea. Like, if you build a company, like you're building a business, like if your mission statement is, I want to make a little bit of money off random people and work my own hours, like that business is never going to do that well. Just like if your mission statement is, I want to save humanity, like that doesn't mean anything. Our goal is we want to reinvent cars. Every part of our life, every part of our business, every decision we make, we think about our goal. Is this helping us reinvent the way we buy cars? Is this an impossible task that will never be accomplished? I mean, I'd like to believe we can do it. But that's part of a mission statement of a company. We're early in the business. We've been in business for 2 full years, and 6 months of that, we didn't make any money at all. So like, yeah, we have a lofty goal. We do have a lofty goal, and that's okay. It's like good to have a lofty goal. Info is power. I appreciate both perspectives. Tommy and Zach and Popshevska, a riding tide floats all boats. Yeah, we've taken shots at each other back and forth. Here's what I'll say, and I'm not saying that everything that everybody says is invalid. But what I will say is I have a problem when people are giving advice that in the real world doesn't work, but makes you sound really smart. That's the problem I have, is when you're giving advice that in reality is there for clicks, or it makes you sound unique. But if you haven't, like, the floor plan assistance is the one I'll use because I think it's the one that makes the most sense. If you go and ask anybody for floor plan assistance, it will not work. That is an invalid way to negotiate a car deal. This is not an advanced level. If you are level 48, then you can use this tactic. It just doesn't work. So when you're giving this advice as an expert and you've never tried this, you've never done this, and instead you're just giving it because it makes you sound smart, I have a problem with that. And that's why I called Zach out when he did it. And I called him out. He knows I called him out. He made a video on it. But yeah, I just think it's bad. And I asked him to make a video. Say like, hey, make a video showing me floor plan assistance negotiations work. I've tried it after that stream just to test it. Didn't work. Most people laughed in my face. But yeah, I mean, I just think when people are giving bad advice, if people give good advice, it's fine. What is floor plan assistance? It's so dealerships pay, the best way to describe it is rent every single month on every vehicle that's on their lot. They don't own that Toyota RAV4 that's on their lot. They pay rent on it. Now this rent, the manufacturer gives some type of reimbursement back. Let's just say hypothetically, their rent is $400 per car and the manufacturer pays them $350 as a bonus for every month they have it. You can ask the dealership for floor plan assistance and they will tell you what the dealership or what the manufacturer is paying them for this rent. And that's what it is. Geez, you guys are going off. Chevy Dude is a pompous fart. Chevy Dude is, I don't know. Like, Chevy Dude, if Chevy Dude wants to reach out to me and have a conversation, Chevy Dude, like, reached out, like, once during the drama and said, I love your stuff. You're doing great. But Chevy Dude makes videos, like, stop trusting car buying experts. And I feel like they're all dinged at me. Maybe he's not dinging them at me, but I feel like Chevy Dude makes a lot of I just ignore him. I mean, he made a video like word for word, bar for bar, taking an entire video I had, which is, I guess, fine. But guys, don't use floor plan assistance. I was using floor plan assistance as a horrible way to buy one. Now, Kevin Hunter, the homework guy. Um, I'll be honest, I don't watch his content. I did research on him. It's an audience. If that's your audience, then that's great. Like I think he attracts a certain audience. Um, it's not for me. Um, that's where I'll leave it. I know he likes it, like he likes to make enemies. Uh, I know he makes videos about car edge more than I do. Um, and I know Stewart's reached out to me a few times asking for advice, and when I didn't give him advice, he called me out. Um, I mean, but this is like the reality. Like I'd argue that we're top two right now, and as we're top two, and as we've grown, everybody's taking a shot at us. Everybody wants to take down the people on top. Like that's normal. We had a random person take a shot at us, saying that they knew like we were lying about the discounts. Um, we were lying about the discounts. We were doing. Like that's how we were able to be successful because we lied about the discounts. And there's a whole bunch of other things they were hiding. Apparently they thought I only worked in the car industry for 6 months, which isn't true. I mean, who's number one? That's debatable. Um, Car Edge says that they have an $8 million evaluation. Um, I mean, if that's the case, they're more valuable than me by a lot. I would love to see their books. And that's an open invitation, Zach. I will exchange books with you anytime. If you want to see our expenses and books, if I can see your expenses and books. Sticker. So somebody said so sticker is quicker. This is what the car salesmen love to do, which is sticker is quicker. Sure, there's two routes you can go. You could base sticker is quicker, get pitched everything, and still go through that experience. You just have to say yes to all the products they're adding, or you can hire me. It's just as quick, and you save on average $6,000, and you pay $1,000 for that. So people who value their time, it makes more sense for them to hire somebody because they're going to save money, they're still going to save time, and they didn't have to do any of it themselves. And yes, they didn't save as much money as pay or as doing it on their own, but they didn't have to deal with the dealership. They literally just had to go in and sign. I would love to talk with you one-on-one. Sure, sign up. Link is in my bio. I do free consults, guys. Gonna be totally worthwhile. I love it, guys. This is great. Yeah, Nick, we'll start yours here probably soon, I imagine. We're doing a whole bunch of Toyotas today, guys. We're gonna go. I just want to catch up. Like I've been off stream for like 2 weeks. We have a new executive assistant, Ashley. She's awesome. She's great. She's learning the role. But that's where a lot of my free time has been. I've been taking time off stream to go through and help her. It's gonna be a Toyota Tommy today, guys. And just so you guys know, if you guys are working with her, her name is Slashley. It is, I guess she said to blame her mom, but Slashley. But I just call her Ashley because that's what she said is the easier way. Jeremy, nobody wants to buy a car from you when you're talking about 12 pounding somebody. Like, what do you think of the odds over getting Integra Type S for under MSRP? You can. She'll be slashing those prices. I love it. If TikTok goes away, are you going to stay on YouTube? Yeah, we'll be on all platforms still. So on the average $6,000 saving, does that include incentives? No. So $6,000 in savings counts everything all in for savings. So price off the car, trade-in, add-ons, accessories, finance, everything all in, our average savings is $6,000. Our average savings off MSRP is right around like 7.8%. Like that's our average savings off MSRP before discount. What do you and other brokers spend on business expenses? So not a broker, but what do we spend on business expenses? Our biggest expense is payroll. We pay 10% should be 100% be the goal, but I'm saying our average savings on every vehicle we do a lot of Toyotas. The savings is less on that than a Ford. But like our payroll every month, I mean, just to go through payroll real quick, we have Ramana making 72K a year, Ashley making 72K a year, our editors making 72K a year, 108K a year for Troy, and then I make 150K is my salary with the company. Obviously, I get like profits and stuff too, but being an S corp, I have to have a salary, so my salary is 150K. And that's a number based on what my accountant said is right, because we pay somebody under me 108K. So like that's right there about $40,000 in expenses. Or about $45,000 in expenses. If you take my money out, which in theory, like if anybody's pay is getting cut, it's gonna be mine first. Then that would be it. So like that's our number one expense. But we have software. Like we probably pay $2,000 a month just in software. Yeah, we're an S corp at this point. Do you remember hashing things out with Car Edge on a stream where you each get to plate each other's and tactics? I mean, I don't really have I mean, I don't think Car Edge wants me on their stream. I don't like. It's something. It's like, again, they're running their own business and doing their own thing, and they have a different way of interpreting how they do this business, which is fine. Like they're allowed. Like that's the beautiful thing about business, is everybody's allowed to run their own business in their own way. Yeah, Visor is sick. Visor is awesome. We love them. Is it true that dealerships have to run credit to verify identity, even though you're approved at your bank already? They have to do what they call an OFAC check, which does involve normally having your social, but they don't have to run your credit to do an OFAC check. Boom, boom, boom. So why are you against salesmen? You're the worst. You're worse than most. I've never once said I'm against salesmen. On the contrary, I'm one of the people that are saying don't get rid of dealerships. But no, I'm not anti-salesman. I think there needs to be better salesmen. I think a large majority, and like this is like something that car salesmen agree with, but when it comes from me, they don't, is I think a lot of car salesmen started during COVID, got lazy during COVID, and are not well trained. There's COVID salespeople in the world, which if you ask any car salesman in the world, they say like there's COVID salespeople, and that's what we're in right now. All these COVID salespeople are entitled. They made a lot of money during COVID, and they don't understand how to sell cars right now. And that's the problem we're in right now. We have so many people that are sticking in the industry. Because of that, we can't really get rid of them. They're not getting paid as much as they have. So there's this lack of training that is going on. And that's the problem we have. You got 14.5% plus the $8,500 incentive on the i4. Sick. Car salesmen are useless. The managers call their shot. I wouldn't say they're useless. They definitely have a role. You guys don't understand. A manager couldn't do this on their own. Like them just giving pricing isn't hard. The follow-up, the need, all that stuff. Part of the way you get the price is because a salesperson is sitting in front of a manager for an hour just playing with a toy, waiting for their manager to get busy or unfree so they can get that. So, I mean, this is where like I get flack. Like, I don't think dealerships are I think dealerships are a necessary evil. Why not direct to consumer then? A few different reasons. First off, cars are cheaper because manufacturers sell these cars to the dealership. So they're guaranteed sales. And the beautiful thing about guaranteed sales is they can sell things like I'm just trying to think of, like Ford might have a less desirable option. They can sell these off because you need the allocation. So guess what? You gotta take these cars. Otherwise you're not gonna get the good stuff. And if you don't sell the bad stuff, guess what? You're not getting any more cars. Secondly, manufacturers have no desire to get into direct to consumer. They don't want to do that. What's the best answers to some of your questions during an interview? It's a good question. We have a really good set of questions we asked, and it's very unique. I will tell you, our interview is very unique. I don't want to go through it because I like to keep it as a surprise when we hit people with it. If we hire you, is there a guarantee on savings? Negative. We don't have any guarantee because we don't advertise this as a money saving service. This is a time, energy, and anxiety saving service. Isn't Tesla direct to consumer? Yes, and they have their problems. Like customer experience for Tesla is lacking. When you buy your car is great, but if you ever need customer service issues or you have issues with your car, that's when the issues fall apart. Your customization of a Tesla is basically non-existent. And even though it is an easier, quicker experience, when you're spending $100,000 on a Model S, I argue some people want to have that face-to-face interaction. Somebody wants somebody to teach them the car. And you don't get that with Tesla. And I think that is a problem. If you ever called a manufacturer back, you'll understand why. Yeah, exactly. That's a red flag if they won't give you an out-the-door price. Talk about back end. You probably made $20,000. You probably made $20,000 a month. Do you negotiate ESC too? Yeah. So a few different things. Because people like to touch on this. Is guys, I never said like what would for you to save money, like one thing you'll never find from me on a video is saying all dealerships are slimy, all dealerships are scam artists. What I say, dealerships are for profit, right? Nothing inherently wrong with that statement. They're trying to make the most amount of money possible. I do think sometimes some small examples, they abuse this, like charging a $10,000 markup on a Chevy Traverse base model. That's abusing the system. So dealerships are for profit. Nothing inherently wrong with that. Just like there's nothing inherently wrong with consumers wanting to save the most amount of money. Both sides are allowed to be right in this scenario. The idea of negotiating a car deal is getting to a point where it makes sense for all parties. Where does the dealership, and my goal is to win that game because I call it a game of chess. My goal is to win so I save more money to the point that I win and the dealership's still willing to get to that point. But we talk about back end. We negotiate the entire thing: the price of the car, the trade, the add-ons, the accessories, the finance, everything. Warranties, when it comes down to warranties, I got a lot of slack for this because I made a video on this. Warranties can be valuable if you value peace of mind. So when it comes down to it, if you value peace of mind and you don't like the idea of worrying about the tech, the computers, all these crazy things, then by all means, it's worth buying a warranty. Is it worth buying at full pop? No, you can negotiate that price down to a price that makes sense. But buying a warranty can make sense. And the reason why I got flack is I made a video saying, don't buy a new car based on the new car warranty. And the example I used is I had a client that was looking at a Genesis and looking at a BMW X5. They said, hey, Tommy, I like the X5. It's a better vehicle, but I'm leaning towards this Genesis mainly because the warranty makes me feel good inside. And the argument that I made is, first off, any dealership or any manufacturer willing to give a bigger warranty on their car, normally there's a reason. Not always, but normally there's a reason why Kia and Hyundai have a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. It's not because they're super nice. It's because they're known to have drivetrain issues. So they're giving you peace of mind because they need that. But it doesn't matter about even that, because if that's the only thing, if you're like, hey, I like the X5 more, but this car comes with a longer warranty, just spend the extra few grand and get a better warranty than you'd get here anyway, and then it won't matter. Like, covered. Like, that's it. No, I'm guys, I'm using two cars. I can use Toyota and Kia as another example. I'm using two random cars. But if you look at Consumer Reports, BMW is one of the highest rated cars in the world right now. What did Ultimate say? What are the chances of getting Raptor R at MSRP? Very, very slim. 10K over is a good deal on that car, actually. I've seen a few people go to MSRP, but normally it's a long line. Thank you, car dealer guru. Is it possible to get a Sienna below MSRP? Yes, but I have a lot of Sienna clients right now. Siennas are in a weird spot. Yeah. So, yeah, and guys, and this is the other thing that people don't realize is that there are 300 million Americans in the United States. We do 100 to 200 deals a month. Like, even if we get to 1,000 deals a month, we are still a small segment of the market. There will always be educated buyers that do this on their own. There will be people that value their time. There'll be people that'll walk in and, as the one dude said, they'll make $10,000 on them. Like, that, there's always going to be that mix. And me educating people is not a bad thing. If you got 5K over Ultimate, I would take that deal. Are you seeing discounts on GX550? No. MSRP is a good deal. Getting one is the hardest part. And if you and just to be clear, when you guys are trying to buy cars like the GX550 or the new 4Runner, and somebody says, I'll sell you one at MSRP, I'll put you on our list, I would never trust that with a 10-foot pole. The only way that I would ever put a deposit on a car is if they have a VIN. This is the VIN of the car you are buying. If they just put you on a list, you could be waiting potentially a year for a car. What about customers buying discounted cars during COVID and flipping them on us? We're not. Jeremy, so this is like the biggest victim blaming that I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, this is, so first off, the reason why so many people traded their cars in during COVID was because dealerships were calling them saying, oh my God, you'll never believe the amount of equity you have in your lease. I'll pay you $8,000 to get out of your lease a year and a half early. Just come in, I'll sell you anything. And then they'd sell their car at a markup and then do this. But if you think that consumers won COVID, then why do we have one of the biggest negative equity crises that we've ever seen in America? Like right now, anybody who bought a car during COVID is screwed. Like they have so much negative equity they cannot handle it. Consumers did not win COVID. There was a short, very, very, very short period where they were giving maximum amounts for your trade and dealerships were giving it. But that was like a 3-month period out of COVID. The majority of people during COVID paid a premium for their car. And even if, and this is the thing that people don't understand, is even for the people that got a lot of money for their trade, I will tell you, dealerships made way more on your trade than you ever expected, because you never had Kelley Blue Book, you never had anything along those lines, because Kelley Blue Book was so inaccurate during these days, 'cause things were changing daily. So a dealership might give you $4,000 more than what you thought your car was worth, and you thought it was a win, but in reality, the car to the dealership was worth another $4,000 more. They just didn't have to give it to you because you never really knew, because that's how valuable cars were during COVID. And that's the thing, is like, yes, dealerships or some customers made money on their leases and made money on their cars, but dealerships, there's a reason, and I'll leave this point here. There's a reason why people say that when I made $200,000 a year during COVID, even though I was in finance, people say, well, everybody made money during COVID. It's because it was easy to make money because consumers were willing to pay anything to get a car. Like, if everybody in the market is making money and everybody is the most profitable time, it is the glory years, as Abe said it, then it means that consumers were not winning. Yeah, nobody won during COVID just in general, but let alone in the car market. And it's super disingenuous. But that's like, for the random person, I keep forgetting his name. For a random person keeps saying this is the problem people have with car buying, right? Instead of you saying, you know what, during COVID, we did a lot. Like, we made a lot of money. And that's fair, because it made sense to do it. You're giving all the excuses on why consumers actually won during COVID. Well, what about the consumers that flipped on us? What about this? The majority, maybe there was a few smart consumers, but the vast majority of consumers got screwed. Which is, you could argue, is fair because there was no cars on the market. Like, you could make that argument. But instead, the argument you're making is, hey, you know what? Like, consumers kind of won during COVID. Like, I'm just a poor little salesperson. I couldn't even feed my family. Wait. I got it. I couldn't even feed my family. I'm so sad. I couldn't. It was so bad. COVID was so hard for me as a car salesperson. Sorry. Where was I? That's what it sounds like. Like, everybody knows that COVID was it was a great time to be in the car industry. Car salesmen are mad, but it's the sales managers agreeing to the deal because they know it's market value. Yeah. Don't do that to your face. Oh, probably my face got destroyed during. We went on vacation. We went on vacation, and it was the best vacation I've had in a long time. You should try a different pair of glasses. No hate, suggestion, maybe a rounder frame. I don't know. I like my glasses. We went on a great vacation. It was phenomenal. We went to Mexico, went to LeBlanc, Spa and Resort. Phenomenal. Are you hiring? Not right now. You gotta test positive or something. Jeez Louise. I disinfected my own bills, guys. First time buyers, is 2 days enough time to get a good deal? I mean, it can be. You have a round face. Did you ever meet up with the Car King? No. It was a well-deserved break. LeBlanc is amazing, and we're gonna go to Cabos now. We already booked a trip back to Cabos. We did Cancun. We really did like Cancun. What are you doing after the TikTok ban? We're still working, but I don't think TikTok gets banned. But guys, like, let me be very, because people don't understand. TikTok ban happened in India. TikTok on January 20th is going to work. Like, even if the ban goes through, TikTok will still be here. People are acting like the app is just going to turn off. It is not. It's gonna still be here. It's been banned in India for the last 2 years, and people are still using the app. Like, but I don't think it's getting banned. I don't. Sorry. I do think the Supreme Court comes on through. Normal to get the out the door price until it's on the lot. No, you should be able to get it right off the bat. Are auto malls still a thing? Yeah, there's one in Daytona. All you got to do is use a VPN. But you wouldn't have the audience of the US, and that's the problem. Like the majority of people aren't using VPN. Then your business goes bye-bye. That's not true. So let's go through the math, right? We did 197. Let's pull up the math. We did 197 deals last month. 40 of those deals was repeat or referral. So mainly referral out of that, but referral. So 40 of those was repeat or referral. 60 of those were, we believe, generated from TikTok. So they found us from TikTok. 40 of them was on YouTube. 35 of them was on Instagram. 12 of them was Facebook, and 10 were unknown. We don't know how to track them. So when it came down to it, would we lose a large portion of our business? Sure, like that is a large portion. But we knew TikTok being banned was a possibility for the last year. We've been preparing all of our other platforms for this moment. We're looking at doing a referral program. We've thought about doing this. I don't know exactly how I want to do it. I don't like the idea of discounting the service. Like, I believe that everybody should pay the same price no matter what, regardless if you're a referral or not. So we might pay. We might pay for a referral. Like, I think that's the way it's going to make sense, is that we would give you a check for every referral you send. But I don't like the idea of discounting the service. So like, if you send a referral, we'll give you a check or something. My accountant's Juliana's probably gonna hate me because that's way more work than just discounting the service. But I like the service being the same. But I also want to reward people that are sending us service, our business, to their friends and family. RAV4 limited, $2,000 to $3,500 off, depending on the car. Do you do deals in Kias? Yes. Good time to get a car after bankruptcy? Depends. Isn't that just like paying for leads? Yeah, but we've never had to pay for leads. $500 to the person who refers? No, it'd be like $100. Like, I mean, that makes the most sense. Like, when it comes down to it, like, we have to like our business expenses are still there. Like, we have business. Like, if we give $500 out, we'll make no money. That's not true. There's not penalties for associated. There's no penalties for if I'm on TikTok after the 19th, there's no penalty to me as a consumer as using the app. There are people that are working on the app. There are penalties to those people. So nobody can work on the app, update the app, or do anything on the app. But people can be on TikTok. You can still scroll on TikTok. I can still post a video on TikTok. Not to you, but to the hosting providers. Yeah, but they're still going to be there. The app's still going to exist. But again, I still don't think it gets banned. I think there's enough of a push. You got to imagine that you'll probably consider your rate. We really don't want to have to increase our rate. We feel really confident in our number. We did have a long wait list. We still have a decently long wait list right now, even though January is traditionally a slower month. But I like the idea of $1,000. I think that number makes sense. It does. I think the TikTok ban, to be fair, like if we want to be fair, there's one company, which I'm not going to use their name, that I imagine is begging for a TikTok ban, because it would hurt us a decent amount because we have one of the largest platforms on there, and it would it would eliminate almost all the competition. Like, this is the thing that you guys realize about TikTok. Like, for the TikTok ban, we have enough business elsewhere, we'll survive. Like, there's plenty of people that are on this, doing this, trying to build their company that are only on TikTok. They have no other platforms. So it would hurt them well more than it would ever hurt us. But there's one company that's probably in the car negotiation space, that would be very happy because they rarely rely on TikTok to get their business. What do you think about a flat pay plan? $250 a car, they turn to $350 if you list 15 plus. No, so no, for a few different reasons. You're asking for the same pay plan as a salesperson. So what you're asking for is a 25% of what we're charging as a commission for every deal you do. But the difference between you and a car salesman, first off, that's not off profit. That's 25% of what we charge. So you're asking for a 25% stake in every deal you do. You did not have to get that client in at all. I did all that for you. You did not have to generate an entire dealer list that we've generated ourselves based on my image. All you're doing is negotiating that car deal, which is valuable, but it's not 25. You did not earn 25% of the sale. That's where that thing comes in. On top of that, when you pay people per deal, right? And we tested every payment model, and some people still do this. When you pay people per deal, what happens is the motivation of the person working then comes to how many deals can I close, rather than it being how do I take care of this customer in the best optimal way. Because our goal is to reinvent the way we buy cars. We understand the way we do that is if we take care of the consumer, the money comes after. Like, that's easy. If I make consumers' life easier, make it more enjoyable, and solve a problem for them, the money will come. Like, that's how business works. So if I make a payment model that bases people on rushing their deals through the process and getting people frustrated when they don't take the deal that we presented to them, it's just going to make a negative atmosphere for our customers, and we don't want to see that. And that being said, like, our company is profitable, and we've gotten a lot of slack because people are like, Tommy, you made $150,000 last month, because we did 197,000, 50,000 in expenses. Like, that's insane. Like, you're greedy. In reality, we just did a lot of work. Like, I worked the most insane amount of hours that I've ever done doing that. Our team worked like crazy to do this. We worked crazy. We probably shouldn't have made as much money as we did, because we should have had more employees, but we don't have more employees. And that was a spike in business because of December. So, like, yeah, we're making good money, but we're not like making good money off of like 7 people. We had 200 people sign up for our service. That's exciting. And because of that, we serve 200 people. The amount of business we're getting in because we're solving that many problems is a good thing. And not only that, you have business partners that want, 100%. Yeah, my brother owns 25%. So all the profit we make, if we make 100 grand in profit a month, Emil gets 25%. He gets 25 grand. He gets a check. He doesn't get a salary at the company, but he gets a check for 25% of profits every single month. And that's something people don't see, but that's fine. Emil does the work to do that. What's your take on car buying after the LA and people need cars? It's gonna be insane. But LA is gonna be super, super crazy for a while. It's gonna be an insane market. Catching flack, not flat, or flack, not slack, whatever. 185K a month in profit. We're not making 185K a month of profit. You'd like to invest in the company? We're taking investors. Like, the only time I would ever take an investor, which we're absolutely not, we have no need to, is if it would be a strategic relationship. Like, we're very cash positive. We're fine. Like, we don't need cash. So, like, it would have to be somebody that would make sense. And honestly, I don't know if that person in my head doesn't make sense. People don't realize what it takes to be an entrepreneur. I honestly can't believe you share your financials. Yeah. I mean, it's, to be fair, we just want to be super transparent. Like, we go to the point of over transparent because we think that makes more sense. I think it's what consumers want. It's one of those things where it's like a double-edged sword. Like, people think we're bragging, but like, we just want to be transparent. Like, and we also understand consumers aren't dumb. Like, if I say, hey, I do 100, unless I hide the amount of deals I do every month, then if I just say we did 197 deals last month, you know how much we charge. So, like, the math is easy. Like, there's no hiding how much we charged in a month if you know how many deals we do. So the only thing we could do is hide the amount of deals we do, which just, why? Like, why does that help anybody? Like, it doesn't help anybody. It doesn't make it for a more transparent process. I worked at Camelback Toyota. I've worked at Camelback before. You can be successful in the car industry 100%. Yeah. What's your current wait time? 1 to 2 weeks. New here. Can you tell us what I do? Yeah, 100%. So my name's Tommy. I own a company called Delivered. Our goal is to reinvent the way we buy cars. So how do we do that? We negotiate a car deal for you. So you tell us what you want. Say, I want a Toyota RAV4 in blue. We negotiate the price of the car, the trade, the add-ons, the accessories, the finance, the lease, everything. So all you have to do is sign your paperwork. The entire idea, save you time, energy, and anxiety. You can do this on your own. I don't claim to have a magic wand or a secret sauce to save you thousands of dollars more than you can do on your own. But what I do is that I make life easier for you. And just like you would hire somebody to mow your lawn, hire Uber Eats, our service is meant to make your life easier. We just have a unique advantage because we can advertise that we are going to probably save our fee in the savings in the long run. So if you just went in there and said yes to everything, it's cheaper to use our service because we'll at least cover our fee in the process. We do new cars, we do used cars, all the same fee. What if you can't make a deal on a specific car? So the deal is subjective. We'll normally tell you right off the bat, this is not a money saving service. And people do get confused by this. With the service, when you hired me to negotiate your car deal, that is what you're hiring. You are hiring me to negotiate your car deal. So you're telling me what you want, and then I negotiate that on your behalf. What you are not paying me for, and this is extremely important, you are not paying me to sell you a car. So if you say, hey, Tommy, I want a Toyota RAV4, I negotiate everything I can and I get you the best possible deal that I believe is possible, then our deal is done. Like, I've negotiated what we need to. I normally give you an estimate of what I expect to negotiate off there. And we have a perfect 5-star rating on Google. We've never had anybody disappointed in the amount of money we've saved them. But that being said, if it's not possible to get the deal that you want, that's not a Tommy problem. That could be a market problem. And I'll use the example of Highlanders. Highlanders, before the Grand Highlander went on stop sale, I was consistently getting 10% off every single time. If you gave me a Highlander, I was getting 10% off. There was no, like, it was easy. Some people were going more than 10%. Then the Grand Highlander went on stop sale. So all the people that were asking me, what's a good deal on a Highlander? I was saying 10%. But the second the Grand Highlander went on stop sale, overnight, Highlanders became the most desirable car on the market, to the point that sometimes even MSRP was a good deal on a Highlander, $500 off, $1,000 off. Now the market stabilized a little bit now, but anybody that I quoted 10% off and the market flipped and I negotiated their car deal and the best I can now get is 1,000, did I not do my job by still negotiating the car deal to everything I could because the market shift? Do I now need to refund everybody, even though the client still gets a deal, because dealerships are no longer willing to do those deals? We're probably gonna make some phone calls here soon, but I do want to answer some questions because it's been a while. We went through the Abe war, really. Like, we went through the Abe war, we went through the Goat war. We went through somebody else attacking us, which I'm not even gonna use their name because I don't think they're worth it. Not that they're like not worth, they're just not worth me bringing up their name, because I think that's what they want. I charge a flat fee of $1,000, guys. We do a free consult. Link is in my bio. We opened a whole bunch of free consults. Honestly, guys, I took vacation because I desperately needed it. And I just couldn't, like, I needed some time off. Why is our video not working? But if you go to our bio right here, 2 different ways. You can hire us instantly. You'll skip the line, but we opened a whole bunch of consult spots open. So we have 1 spot on the 15th, 2 spots on the 22nd, and then we have a whole bunch of spots on the 24th, 25th. So if you're like, hey, I want to learn more about the service, do all this, you certainly can. We have all the spots in the world open. But that's if you want a free consult. So we could pay you and technically get nothing back in return. So we've never not covered our fee. So, we've never not covered our fee. So that's like the first thing. Our average savings is $6,000. And if you ask me on the stream right now, I will tell you roughly what I expect to save on your car. So those are 3 things right there. We don't have a guarantee on money savings because this is not a money saving service. Let me give you like an example of something that I don't want to run into. Let's say a dealership is listing a $40,000 car, right? Let's draw this out, right? Can I move this? Okay. I want to hide all this stuff. How do I hide? Okay, whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay. So let's say price of car, $40,000. List price of car, $37,500. Okay. Let's see if you guys can see this. This is going to be really small. Can you guys read this? It's fine. So let's say a dealership advertises a price of a car of $40,000, right? On their website, they advertise the price as $37,500. When I call this dealership, they say, oh, of course we sell our car for $37,500, but we have our $5,000 dealership protection plan that is mandatory. So the actual price ends up being $42,500. Now, we go back and forth, boom, 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 shop, boom, 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 and we get the $5,000 price removed. And now we're back to 37. Let's just say we get down to 37,000 even. We take $500 off the car, and we remove this $5,000 mandatory added on. What did we save the customer? Some people would argue we saved them $5,000. Some people would argue, well, the price was only $37.5 online. You saved me $500. You didn't cover your fee. Now, when I advertise a service that is a time, energy, and anxiety saver, it's not a money saving service, and I have a guarantee where now people are looking at deals like this, trying to find a way to get out of paying because they don't think I saved them because I wouldn't have paid for that $5,000 fee either. That's where the argument then goes into play, where what if they don't add on any of the add-on fees? And that's where that situation goes. This is the other scenario. Let's say, let me give you, and this is why I don't have a price money guarantee. Let's say we have the same thing. Let's say I have two cars. Car one, or price of car, 40,000, add on website. Let's just do it like this. Let's just do 40,000. I won't even add an add on here. Okay. So let's say I have two cars, right? I have two cars. One's right here, listed on the website, $37,500. I did my research. I found this car. Client didn't find this car. I found this car. But then I found this car that's a little bit farther away from them. I negotiate a great deal. I end up getting negotiated price down to $37,750. I negotiate back and forth. I end up getting $30,750 off the car. I don't ever, this deal, I negotiated, what, $2,200 off the car? This one just was $2,500 off the fee. I don't want to not show you this vehicle right here because I have a money back guarantee. And if I show you this one, I don't get my money back guarantee. But if I show you this one, then I saved you $2,200. Like, when we have a money back guarantee, it has the potential to throw me and throw our company to the point where we might not be giving you the most valid advice because we're trying to look better rather than giving you real advice. People are paying me $1,000 to give them advice and give them the right way to buy a car, not to save them a certain amount of money. And I think that's why we've learned that this guarantee makes no sense. It doesn't make any sense. We don't advertise this as a money saving service. So that all makes sense. I'm give up. Okay. I registered for a call, Tom, but my email had a typo. If you give me your name, we can try to figure that out. What kind of discounts are you getting on the new Tacoma? Over 10%. Over 10% right now. 12% probably at least. I don't know. New Tacoma. You said 4x4 Tacoma. New Tacoma. How much can you save on a used Acura on average? It's impossible to determine that. So let me show you why. Like, anybody asking so if you guys go, we have a new search engine tool that we use. Let me minimize this. If you go to our website, it's called Visor right here. This is somebody we partnered up with. We're not getting paid to use them. This is just a partner because we like these guys. They're awesome. No payment either way. But let's just say we're looking for an Acura MDX, right? Now, we're only looking for used cars. Let's say we're only looking for 2022s. We want to get an A-spec, and we want Performance Red Pearl. If I go on to the map here, and you ask me what is a good discount off the car, the first question we have to ask ourselves is, which car? What's a good discount off of this $43,000 car with 14,000 miles? Well, if I look at comparables, there's nothing comparable in the market that's red that's 14,000 miles. This $18,000 one, this is actually priced pretty competitive in the market, maybe $500 to $1,000 off. But this one is 40,000, 39,000 miles. This one's 41,998 with less miles. So if I compare these two, this would be a really good, like getting like a $2,000 discount would make sense on this car. This one might be priced to market. This one here is priced pretty well to market. This one here seems like an incredible deal. And then we're playing around seeing what the market is saying the deal is. And that's the thing is that depending on the car, if I show you this car right here versus this car right here, the discounts might vary. So with used cars, it's impossible just to do a general rule. Link is in my bio for the website. It's called Visor. 24th, and I had no money at all for using that website. Just go to my bio. It's called Visor. It's called Visor. How much off a new Yukon? Close to on the 2025 or 2024. 2024s are more than 2025s. 2024s you can get close to 10% off now, if not 10%. 2024s or 2025s are harder. They do have paid features though, 100%. They do have paid features. But I think it's worth the $4 a month or $4 a week, sorry. Looking at 2025 Toyota Camry, there's still good deals to be had, but they're becoming less and less. There's no Canadian version of the website. Deals on the Ranger Raptor. Yeah, you can get some deals on that car for sure. And with Tommy Delivered's commitment of 7 to 10% off for sales price, I would expect to be able to get more off. Yeah, I mean, in theory, you can get more than 7 to 10% off if you want, but not every vehicle follows the 7 to 10% rule either. You know, if we talk about Kia, for example, Kias notoriously don't have as much markup. Hyundais don't have as much markup. Some of the models you can get to those higher discounts, but some of the models getting $1,000 to $2,000 might be a really good deal. Sorry, excuse me. Advice for someone wanting a startup doing exactly what you're doing in Canada. Do it for free for a while. Make sure you like it. Tundra Market, great deals to be had. Great deals to be had. I am losing my voice a little bit. Opinions on service contracts. If you value time, it's worth it. I just said it. If you value your anxiety, it's worth it. If you want peace of mind, it's worth it. Okay. So let's go look at some cars that we might be able to make some phone calls on. Okay, I'm not sharing my screen. I just emailed you. Okay. I just emailed you. How was your flight? Okay. Okay, boom. Okay. Let me get this deal done. Mono bill now. Mono bill now. Okay. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, I need to get mono. Boom, boom. Okay. We're not doing a bingo card today because I don't have that all set up. We're gonna make some phone calls. Let's go to work. Anyone need a new Honda? Anyway, just so you guys know, like I'm not like just throwing this random person under the bus. For salespeople, there's gonna be plenty of salespeople that are gonna try to sell their service in their life in chat. I know none of them. I don't recommend. If anybody, we've had people that have DM saying they're on my first to call list, so that means they're trusted. Even if they're on my list, it doesn't mean they're trusted. We kick people off that list all the time. So not saying there's anything wrong with this person, but just know anybody in my chat I can't verify. I'm asking you, not your customers. Oh, okay. No, you're fine. I'm just letting, and I wasn't just calling you out in particular. I'm saying that even people that I work with quite often. How is the work divided between yourself and your partners? How is it decided? I handle everything on the business front. Emil handles a lot of the back end, a lot of the problem solving. And then we have if you're talking about like my team, we normally do it by brand. By brand makes the most sense. We do it by brand because then people become experts on that particular brand. Boom. We do help with used cars as well. Boom, 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 boom. Wait, okay. Let me get an estimate. Okay, boom. Look at that. Look at that. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, we're trying to sell some cars via text. So even with the discount, you are at 10%, and the dock fee in Cali is only $85 compared to Florida. The average dock fee is 800 to 1K. Okay. So no bingo to a minute ago. I'm not. It's not set up. Yeah, we'll do bingo. I think tomorrow. Today is like getting. We're not gonna go to Red Note. No, I'm not going to Red Note. YT. The big red button has solved a lot of its problems. Are you gonna do a watch before you buy a video on Chevy? What? Where have you been all my life? I don't know. Crap. Where have I been? Open your own new car dealership. We might one day. I don't know. We've talked. Me and my brother have talked about it. We might buy a dealership one day. We don't know. I mean, it depends. I mean, right now we're gonna do blackout bingo, guys, but I'm not doing it today because my throat actually kind of hurts a little bit, and I gotta film a bit. I gotta figure out what video I'm gonna do today. You guys gave so much hate on the last one. I gotta decide what I'm gonna do. And by not you guys, majority of people liked it. Are we doing live deals today? I think so. I'm looking at deals I can do right now. The problem is I need a lot of Toyotas. I need a lot of Toyotas. Let me make sure my screen's unshared. Boom, 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 boom. I need so many Siennas. How'd you start this business? I started getting out of the car industry, and then I did it for 6 months for free. I need. Okay, let's go to my Toyota list real quick. Tommy all working. Paid status. My computer is lagging. Okay, Toyotas are all new. Okay, so we go to my Toyota list. I need 3 Corollas, 1 Crown, 4 Grand Highlanders, 1 Highlander, 1 Land Cruiser, 2 RAV4s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Siennas. Nate, if you keep spamming questions, I'm not going to answer it. I know you want to get your question answered, but I will not answer questions that are spammed. Normally separate, but if it's needed, I can get them to add it, but it's much more of a pain. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. What trim Siennas? XSE with entertainment, LE, XLE. This one's new. This one is an XSE or LE. Okay. And then this one is a platinum. I need so many. I can get more than $1,000 off MDX. Mazda deals near Houston. We do Mazda deals near Houston all the time. We probably have some Mazda deals. Do we have any Mazda deals? Let me check. Not near Houston. We have one in the Midwest. We have a 6.5 Carbon in the Midwest, another CX-5, then another CX-50. Boom, boom, boom. No, you can't do anything on new Teslas. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. I want you in my room. I want to see together. Okay, let's call... Siennas aren't going to be as fun. I can call in this Land Cruiser. Let's look at the Land Cruiser. Okay, so what we need is a Land Cruiser. Start here. Now with this Land Cruiser, this person wants dark gray with black interior. Dark gray. Show specific colors, just gray. With black interior. They want a premium package, which I want to say is named something unique here. Popular Plus package, isn't that what it's called? 2025. There's 8 of these in the country. Other than, oh, he wants underground. He wants underground. He wants underground. Show specific colors. 10. There we go. Underground. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. He lives on the east coast. Boom, 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 boom. I want to see together. Okay, so I want to look at the listing here. And I want to make sure that this is the premium package. Yeah, it's the premium package. Okay, we can call this dealership. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, let's call this dealership.
Thank you for calling Toyota of Kingsport. Where saving you money is a Hill family tradition. If you know the extension of the person you are trying to reach, you may enter it at any time, or press 9 for a dial by name directory. For sales, press 1. For service, press 2. For parts, press.
Boom, boom.
Thank you for calling Toyota of Kingsport. How may I direct your call?
Hey, can I speak to somebody in the sales department?
Thank you for calling Toyota of Kingsport. How may I direct your call?
Can I speak to somebody in the sales department? Yeah, I know my screen changed. I fixed it. Nice. Really good start.
Thank you for calling Toyota of Kingsport. How may I direct your call?
Can I speak to somebody in sales?
Yes. Have you spoke with anybody here before?
I have not.
All right, awesome. Just 1 second. I'll get somebody.
Of course. Thank you.
Of course.
This is getting copyright. I said this week. I didn't say today, David.
Thanks for holding. This is Jonathan. Could I help you?
Hey, Jonathan. I want to see if you guys have a car available.
Okay, what is it?
I have a stock number whenever you're ready.
Is it new or used?
Brand new.
Okay. Give me 2 seconds. Sorry.
You got it.
recognize your voice already, just so you know.
Wait, I don't know what that means.
You don't?
Nope.
Could I ask who I'm speaking with?
My name is Tommy.
Yep, I recognize your voice.
Damn it. I do need a car. I do need a car, so hopefully we can make a deal together. Dang.
Gotcha. Hopefully.
First call of the day. Recognize right off the bat. Then you'll make it really easy. We'll sell a car. Be a star.
If I can get logged into Dealer Daily here, I'll let you know.
No, you're all good. You're all good, man. That's funny.
Let's see here.
Just imagine if my name
right,
wasn't
what is
Tommy,
it?
though. Imagine if it was like Steve.
Right? I was pretty sure.
Yeah, that's fair. I got a unique voice.
What's that stock number?
T is in Tommy. T 27549.
549?
549. It's a Land Cruiser.
It is available. It is in freight.
Well, I'll cut right to the chase then. Can you do a deal on it?
Yeah. I mean, I can't do nothing crazy, but
I mean, I understand this is a hard.
Where you want to be?
So normally I'll be cut right to the chase. I normally get right around 2,500 off these. Is what I normally get with premium.
Okay. I can probably do that.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Let's see here. So that one is just came off the ship.
Oh,
So
okay.
it'll probably be. It'll have a little time before it gets here. So how do you do this? You want to give me your customer's info, or you want to give me your info?
Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll give you my info. You'll verify you can do the price as long as it looks right. And everything's good. My client says yes, then I will give you client's phone number, email. You'll call them, take a deposit, do everything as if the client called you. It's just the price is pre-negotiated.
Gotcha. So your last name.
Easy.
I'm sorry.
It should hopefully be super easy for you.
Yeah. Spell your last name for me.
M is in Mary, Ikula.
You want to hold on for me just a minute?
Of course, man. Take all the
And I'll
time.
make sure I can do that. I think I can. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let me know. If I get really lucky and this dealership just want to do a deal. And I will say, guys, part of this is this guy probably knows who I am. Like, he does know who I am. So, like, understand this might not be easy for everybody, but the guy probably knows he's live. Like, he knows who I am. And when it comes down to it, like, this might be a little bit easier. But the guy's great. Like, super great. Not playing the back and forth, knows who I am. And I'm also not saying that I'm not the only one that could have done that, but I will say sometimes it's not that easy. I'm hoping it's an easy one because it's great for my client. $2,500 off this car is a great deal. This is a hard to car get. I just had a client that paid $1,000 above MSRP. Not client, somebody that reached out to me that couldn't get below $1,000 below MSRP. But $2,500 is a fair deal on this price. Elon Musk is buying TikTok. I heard those just fake. I'm gonna start impersonating. We should just do a Tommy bot. Charge money for it. Yeah, Mr. Wonderful is buying it. Elon's buying it. I don't think anybody's buying it. Yeah, I mean, if they make it in 10 days, then that's great. This Toyota dealership's great. Now he has to go explain to his boss that, hey, there's this TikTok guy, YouTube guy. I don't think TikTok's gonna move. cut a check today, but it's worth like 60 billion, isn't it? Like, I thought the number was so insane, and it wouldn't be without the algorithm, because Mr. Wonderful wants to buy it without the algorithm, and the algorithm's what makes it. Sure, I'll invite him on my first to call list. I'll see if he has any other cars. I'm a future customer. I love it. Let Tommy buy your next car. The first time you showed me, you looked like I was crazy. He probably still looks at you like you're crazy. Like, this guy gives you a few deals, but he's also a headache. Hopefully I'm not that big of a headache. For your service, do we have to find what car you want? No, you just tell me what car you want. I find it for you. We're just on hold. Music's popping. We do new cars and used cars. It wouldn't be a good day for bingo. Underground with black leather, Ryan, with premium package. Ryan, do you have his car?
Tommy, I can do 2,500 off.
Sick, man. Can you just quickly send me a sheet and I'll send it to my client? If it works, it works. The client is in Florida, is that okay?
Yeah, give me a zip code.
30338. Wait, maybe I'm thinking that's Florida.
No, would they be financing it or?
It's in Georgia. Sorry, it's even closer to you, dude. That's next door. Great question. Let me look real quick. He says cash.
All right, so
Is that okay?
I'll let him pay his own taxes.
Okay, that's fair. Are you on my first to call list?
No, but I need to be.
You should be. Do you want some more Toyota? Dude, I got plenty of Toyotas. You want to do a few Toyotas?
Yeah.
Let's do.
Where you want me to send this? Let's get the first one done, then we'll talk.
Yeah. See, this is what I like. Can you text it over to me?
Yeah.
Do you have my number?
Is this a good number?
Yeah. Oh, I should tell you,
All
you
right.
are live, just so you know.
I figured that.
Okay. just but yeah, do you have my number? Or do you need me to say it?
I got it.
Okay, cool.
All right. Give me just a few and I'll get that over to you, okay?
Okay, cool. You want to send that? And do you just want to?
All right.
You want to? Yeah, you don't want to call me back then, and we'll do the next one. What's easier? What's
Works for
easier?
me.
What's easier for you? Or you want to do them now?
What are you asking?
So let me ask you, because these are all the fun ones I have. Do you have any Siennas?
Let's see. I've got a bunch of Woodlands.
Doesn't everybody? I need everything.
Yeah, right.
I need every trim but a Woodlands.
Gotcha. Let me look. I don't think I've got any. I know I don't have any on the ground at least.
No, yeah, I don't think anybody has them on the ground.
I have a XLE in allocation.
XLE and allocation.
XLE all-wheel drive.
This one's all the way across the country. They want. I'll figure out what color they. What color is it?
It is windshield pearl.
Windshield pearl. This one wants magnetic gray. Okay, that won't work. Okay, that one won't work. Do you have any Grand Highlanders?
I have non-hybrids.
Non-hybrid. I only need hybrids, of course. What about a Corolla Cross all-wheel drive? LE, ideally.
I have one on the ground even. It is black with light gray interior.
First off, the deal is amazing, but I want to stick. Oh wait, she wants a front wheel drive. Why does she want a front wheel drive?
Gotcha.
I think this all wheel drive would work. It's non-hybrid though. What kind of deal could you do on that Cross?
No. I mean, $1,000, something like that, probably.
If you want to send me that one too, zip code 66402, I can look at it. Otherwise,
66402.
yeah. Just trying to give you. I just did a Crown Signia deal, but I don't think you'll beat the deal I just got, so I don't even want to. I got a crazy deal.
What is it?
$6,000 off.
Yeah, I ain't beating that.
See, like there's certain points where like
I'm a straight shooter. I mean, I don't care to shoot you straight.
No, I appreciate that, man. That's how I like to do it, as you see with the videos. Okay, no, I think those are all the other ones I need are all just I just need Grand Highlanders and Siennas. Like I need 1,000,000 of those, and that's about it. But if you want to send me those too, let's see if we can put those together.
All right, sounds good, man. I'll be in touch.
Hey, man, I appreciate it.
No problem. Have a good one.
Bye. Bada boom, bada bing. Okay, let me call Ryan because Ryan's blowing me up. Call Ryan Sunshine. I can beat 6K.
Yo,
dude, you're ridiculous.
Hey, how about 7,200 off a Crown Signia?
No, you an XLE in red.
No. I have limited now.
No, I need an XLE in red.
Oh, you need actually. What about a limited in red at a crazy price?
A limited in red, finish line red, saddle tan leather interior.
Oh God, you're killing me, man.
He would take a exteriors Bronze Age as well.
Okay, I have that.
If you want to give me that one, I'm all for it. And he said XLE. So
it would be. No, it's a limited.
Oh yeah, semi limited. I'll look at it. But the one I have right now is.
What's the selling price?
40.
Okay, yeah. Even 7,500 off puts me at 45,998, but it's unlimited.
That is insane. I mean, you're gonna send it to me. I'm all for giving him the option, being fair. Yeah, I'm all for being fair. That is an insane deal. I'll give you that.
Let's do it. All right, I'll send this over. Hey,
Okay.
So would your customer on the Land Cruiser take a meteor shower or no?
No, they only want the underground.
Yeah, I'd be around 3,500 off that one, if not more.
This guy has no ads on his car yet. And by no ads, I mean no distributor. He just has premium. That's it.
What state was that dealership in?
It was in Tennessee, and he's in Georgia, so like it's like a hop and a skip.
Yeah, they had to be super small. One Sienna, I was like, oh man.
Jeez. Do you have any of these Siennas? I have 6 of them.
I think the only one I have that you might be interested in is that XSE all-wheel drive.
XSE all-wheel drive. What color?
White.
Does it have entertainment?
It does, yeah.
Yeah, I need that car.
Okay.
Wait, does it have what's the interior?
Black.
Black leather or black Softex? I've learned there's now a difference.
Well, it's black leather trimmed on the XSE. On XLE, it's Softex. On Platinum, it's genuine leather. So
Okay.
what are they looking for?
They're looking for the black leather trim or the cool gray Softex. So that's fine. Send me that car in the deal you got, and I'll look at that one. And you don't have any other of these Siennas. You don't have any of these Grand Highlanders. Remember that time you screwed me over on a Grand Highlander?
Sure. I negotiated against myself on the Grand Highlander,
Dude,
basically.
Dude, I have so many. Oh wait. We can do this deal real quick. This Corolla, which is right in your neighborhood.
You don't need a blue XLE Sienna?
Jeez Louise. I'm not even there yet. Nope, not it. That's a California. There is some issue that happened with my CRM. I have no idea, but it changed everybody's color. Like my CRM's broken. I remember that time my client that you did that to is in this chat right now.
What? Which is what too?
The one that you sold his car from under him.
Oh man, I did. Wait, who? What? I didn't do. Oh my gosh, yes, I feel so bad about
The
that.
day I went on vacation, I literally went on vacation, came back, or and by that you were like, "Hey, starting off your vacation hot."
Dude, all the deals we've done together, that's never happened.
I know that hasn't. That's fair.
That just shows you the market, man. It's so bad.
Okay, gas, Toyota Corolla, black,
Good.
FX or SE, but also open to an LE. Just wants like a base model.
Well, I mean, I have both. I have the LE and the SE.
Make sure 20. I'm prepared to finance or lease, whichever one makes the most sense. She's willing to finance. She has a trade. She is in Texas. She will want to trade with you. What can you do?
So, any particular color?
Black, 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 black.
Oh, you might have said that. Sorry. Let's see. Sticker on the LE is 25095.
Okay.
And I'd be 5.2 minus. I'd be at like 21.7.
21.7. Okay, that sounds like a great deal. Won't say
And then
more.
I could do a lease, or the lease will actually. Well, hold on, let me look. The lease would actually be pretty good on this Corolla. Yeah, they have the 39-month special.
You can't.
It'd be a cheap lease.
Oh yeah, I guess yeah. You can show me the lease if you want because it's Texas.
What did I say? 21.7. 21.7. Okay.
I also need this Corolla, the Corolla Cross Steel LE. Trying to figure out what color. All my colors broke. White or silver gray. LE.
Corolla Cross white, silver, gray.
Yep. Her note said she wanted an all-wheel drive, but bat phone. First off, the deal is amazing, but I'd like to stick to a front wheel. I think she meant four-wheel drive. Do you have an all-wheel drive?
Was she saying that hybrid deal I gave was amazing?
No, she doesn't want a hybrid. Does not want a hybrid.
It was an all-wheel drive, man.
I understand that. She does not. She's worried about the reliability of those.
10-year, 150,000-mile warranty. She's going to keep it longer than that.
I just made a video talking about how warranties don't matter as much. So
I watched it. I wasn't going to give you crud about it, but that video was the only one I've never agreed with.
oh, dude, plenty of people. It was controversial, which is crazy.
I've personally had a warranty save my butt by like $7,500.
In the first 3 years.
Yeah, and it was a Tacoma, and this was like 2014.
So your car would have been covered anyway.
No, it was electric. It wasn't. Oh no, I'm sorry. It wasn't the first 3 years. It was over 36,000 miles, and it was an electrical issue.
Yeah, all my video said was that you shouldn't buy a car based off the new car manufacturer warranty. Like you shouldn't buy a Hyundai. Or you shouldn't buy a Genesis over a Toyota because a Genesis comes with a 5-year 60 and the Toyota only comes with a 3-year 36. Like that was the whole reason I made that video. Like you shouldn't buy the Genesis because it has a longer warranty. Toyota is a more reliable car. Like if you want a warranty, just buy a warranty. If you like the idea of a longer warranty, just buy one.
That made more sense than that whole video.
I know. I think people misunderstood it.
No, I don't have an LE all-wheel drive. I just have that one same hybrid that's all-wheel drive.
You're the worst.
But dude, 10-year, 150,000-mile warranty on the battery.
Does this person want a hybrid? I don't know what this person wants. I mean, if I have another person that wants an LE, if you want to give that deal, that's